Hey Mikey, I'm in a different surrounds today, as you might notice. I'm at the beautiful Mona Vale Beach on Sydney's northern beaches. I've been all day at family barbecues and the like and haven't had a chance to do this until now. Last night was a really good night of Test cricket. The day dawned very overcast in England, and right from the start it was apparent that the ball was going to move around quite a lot and batting was going to be very hard. Australia took the final wicket of the English innings almost straight away, and so England finished with a score of about 230. And then Australia started to lose wickets, and unfortunately it seemed as though the pattern of the last couple of years of Australian batting was going to continue. But after 4 wickets had been lost fairly quickly, probably the most feel-good moment of the Ashes so far developed. I've talked to you about Chris Rogers, the guy who's 35 and who his international career had consisted of just one match many years ago, and it looked as though it was bypassing him, and it was going to be quite sad that he was going to have had a decent career in second-tier cricket but never really kicked on, and suddenly he's given this second life in the Australian side, and today he scored a wonderful century, 100 runs, when the conditions were really, really tough. The ball was moving everywhere. He had to bat extremely tenaciously and with great skill, and when he got to 96 he was so nervous because his whole sort of future hung on the precipice of him being able to get those next 4 runs. There was an agonising half-hour wait for him to get his 100, and when he brought it up, the relief and just the happiness on his face caused, I think, great joy amongst both sets of supporters, and even the English players were happy for him, which is very rare in international sport. And I read on Twitter that someone said that he'd actually met him. An English guy said he'd met him and that he was one of the nicest Australians that he'd ever met, but he added that it wasn't a particularly long list of nice Australians. So anyway, Australia finished the day only 5 wickets out. Rogers is still not out on just over 100, and Australia have almost scored as many runs as England. They're about 15 runs behind. So as we move into day 3, it's really important that these last 5 wickets of Australia can get a substantial lead, because by the time that Australia have to bat again finally at the end of the match, in the final innings of the match, it's going to be really, really hard. So they've got to get the runs now before it does get too difficult. So it's going to be no sleep for me again tonight after having no sleep last night and the night before, but I can't wait. See ya.